scene. Hey, everyone.
Buenos
Hello?
dias.
How was everyone's 2 weeks since we had to miss last week?
Cold.
Very cold.
Mostly cold.
Yeah.
Cold. Everything's
And
cold.
windy.
And windy.
I think every one of us is all in the northeast or norther. Or northeastern.
Yeah.
I'm in fucking northern Canada, so I'm doing great.
You win. You win. It's cold.
Yeah.
Win the Cold War.
I got soup.
Excellent. Wonderful. Let's kick things off with a recap of last session. I'll kind of get us started, and then you can chime in as you will. As you began heading down the road, you came across a wagon stopped on the side of the road, and you all decided to stop. Take it from there.
We met a person from Agrenar who was investigating the Inside Out murders, who was promptly seduced by Nadia, although it didn't seem to take much effort. We spied. We found his collection of newspaper clippings. We also, I believe, this is when we fought the Green Phoenix last session.
We fought the Phoenix before we met him.
Yeah, before. But that was last session, though. Yeah, you did fight the Green Phoenix.
Or the Jade Phoenix, whatever.
The
Jade
Fire Phoenix.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that was the last.
100. I have written down 140 estimated deaths from the attack, and the creatures were teleported in via a glyph.
That's about the fellas in the city.
Yeah, that's back in Dendris. Oh, it looks like someone came in.
Either that or he's talking to God.
That's nice.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for that. That was bad. Okay. Yeah, 140 estimated deaths when they attacked the glyph.
Yes, that was back in Dendris, though. You've now all left Dendris. You were several days, actually.
The guy with the cart was a spice merchant from Agrenar, correct?
That is correct.
But he had...
from Agrenar to Sema, spice trade.
But he had a super secret...
He had a super secret stash.
He had a super secret stash on his cart.
Mm-hmm.
My character didn't notice it, so...
No.
True.
I was busy.
You were, yes, that's right. You were busy up front. Oh, everything's falling. You were busy up front. Kenshu saw it, noticed it in there first.
Mm-hmm.
And you gave me the hey, it's in there. I went in and I got names and dates, if I remember correctly. I have so many notebooks, guys. Names and dates. Not there. Not there. Either way.
Yeah, we got the name of his... What is it? Brother and sister-in-law, or
brother and sister? They were the two that got turned inside out.
Right. And then there was some bartering by our druid for lots and lots of cash.
We agreed to take him along with us.
We did agree
in exchange for some of that cash.
That cash.
I know we were in our night watch order when Luca was woken up in a sweat.
That's right.
I know we ended
Oh,
with
yeah.
Luca with the hatchets in hand.
Howling of a hag
Mm-hmm.
to Moira.
Now I remember. I had forgotten that
Yep.
particular part of the session.
We ended with Luca drawing hand axes ready for a fight.
Hey. Ooh.
And that is where we're going to pick up. Now, it is not often that I get to start a session with this, but roll for initiative.
That was good.
We unfortunately, because of sickness and other, real world crap that we don't want to think about on game night, I do not have a map for this particular encounter, and I will do it all as theater of the mind. So, for the sake of using the initiative tracker, just drag your characters out onto our lovely map, and then you can click on them, roll initiative, and it should add it to our initiative tracker.
Oh,
Drag to the map. Why is it not dragging to the map?
Drag by the name, not by the 3 bars to the left of the name. Like, click in, like, right in the middle of the name and drag it over.
I rolled before I was on the map.
Yeah, I did as well.
That's
Mine's
right.
in
You can roll
Suck.
again, and then you can actually edit your own number and just change it to your first roll.
Oh shit, that's a nat 20 on initiative for 25. Oh wait, so okay. Is it? It's not bringing me up here. Why is it not bringing me up here? Right, I'm clicking on the name. I'm dragging it. It's bringing up it's bringing up the thing, and I let go, and nothing happens.
So under journal tab, Jason,
Yep.
you should have your name listed. Click on the letters of your name. And
oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so dumb. Thank you. There I am.
You're not dumb. I've just figured this stuff out through brute force and trial and error.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I? So can you set my initiative?
Just click your token so it's highlighted. Roll initiative again so it shows up on the turn order.
Okay.
And then you can edit it to put your 25 because we will not allow that 25 to go to waste.
Exactly.
There it is. There's that.
So just click on your 8
There's
and then
that.
you can edit it. And then it should update live on my end too.
Let's turn number lock on. 825.
All right.
Damn.
Now, before I add in your foes, let us set the scene. It is the middle of the night, probably 2 a.m. There's not a whole lot going on other than the tail ends of a conversation between, I believe it was Durad and Nadia. And Thane is also awake as well, as Thane does not sleep. However, Luca is the first to notice anything wrong as a chanting begins to echo through the woods. It rattles your bones. It hackles the hair on the back of your neck. And to most of you, it seems like an overwhelming source of uncertainty and unknown. But to Luca, this is not the first time, but actually the second you felt and heard this strange chanting before. Now, let's go ahead and pull out what you see. Alright, let's go ahead and I think it's Shift C. Yeah. That
fun.
is what you see on the edge of camp.
Can you throw it up again? I clicked through it on accident.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Oh.
What is Durad's mom doing here?
I don't know, Kensu. Like, I thought that was your bay.
Kensu is actually asleep at the moment, unfortunately. Kensu is going to be surprised in this round.
Yay!
Oh my god, Mom!
Sorry, let me click away from it. It continues chanting as it grips its gnarled wooden staff covered in ichor and rot that clings to it like vines, and it raises up its staff before slamming it into the ground. And you all hear what sounds like a baby crying. And then 2. And then 3. And then
a lot of babies.
4. And finally 5. Individual cries. And hands reaching up out of shadows cast by your campfire. Reaching up, grabbing onto the side of a wagon wheel, pulling itself out of the shadow and into the realm before you are 5 of these things. Let's see if I can...
Oh! These guys are cute.
They look like skeletal Yuan-Ti children dressed in robes stitched from shadow itself.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can tame them.
Adorable.
We get some
Surprise.
pets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
All right, now let's go ahead.
No.
Let me roll.
Oh no.
Let's see how well they do. Way to go, Durad. Beating out the one carrying the staff by 1 on your initiative. And then...
Did we get a chance to rest at all between the Jade Fire Phoenix and...
Short rest, not a long rest.
We got a short.
Okay.
No, no.
Yeah.
All right, Durad, we're going to start with you. Despite being mid-conversation, Durad has a habit of being in particularly precarious locations. And as such, you've practiced keeping your awareness open at all times, ready for danger, and you snap to, ready to go.
I see the one with the staff.
You see the one with the staff, and then you see, kind of scattered throughout the camp, 5 groups of hands pull out these skeletal bodies.
Crowd of madness on the one with the staff. Instantly.
All right, I believe that's a wisdom save, right? What's your DC?
15.
Let me check its bonuses.
Crown of Mad.
It succeeds.
Fuck.
By one.
By one, of course. By one. All right.
You
Crown
see
of Madness
the crown
fails.
appears on it, and you see its eyes start to look exactly like Dorad's for a moment before you see like a shadowy hand reach out, grab its face, and it turns its head completely around, but its hair like flutters, and now it's almost like it pulls around a new face, and its eyes are just as dark and pitiless as they were before, as it just barely reaches out of your magical grasp. All right, you still have movement and bonus action. What you got?
How far away is he?
The one with the staff, it appears to be like a hag, so it sort of has like this like semi-raptorish, semi-feminine, but mostly just contorted frame, but it's covered in this really strange cloth that you, Dorad, pick out as having special properties. You don't think it is Voidweave, but you can tell it's something. It's something.
Yeah, there's something. There's a shimmer there or something.
And as for distance, it is roughly 35 feet from you. You could get to melee range with it with a full round of movement. If I'm just giving you I know Dorad would never. I'm just saying roughly that far.
Okay, then I have no bonus action, I believe, that I would like to use. I will instantly, let me just check to make sure.
No curse?
I already cast a spell.
Yep.
I already cast a spell. It would only work if I tried to cantrip him and then curse it. I can't do it this turn. I gotta wait. Well, he's gonna get it because he's gonna get disadvantage on them wisdom saves.
Right.
I will move my movement speed away to keep him within 60 feet.
Okay.
And then as I'm moving, it's everybody get up. Everybody get up. We got trouble. Hold on, I gotta find Dorad's voice. Go. I gotta find it.
You know, because I appreciate the role play. If you can give me no action required, if you can give me we'll call it a DC 15 performance check as you call out, you can negate the surprise condition for Kensu on the first round because you go before Kensu. If you can rile Kensu up out of sleep fast enough, what'd you get?
Do I give everyone Bardic for that too?
That's a nat 20.
That's a nat. Is it? Hold on.
For 25.
A nat 20 on a performance check, which is Jason's second nat 20 in a row.
I'm using the program you told me to use, my man. I'll pull my dice out and roll them if you want.
No, you're chill. Okay, so, because you rolled a nat 20, I feel like I have to reward it in some fun way. So, you know what we're gonna do? You can... I'm going to give you an option. You don't have to choose it. You can just take right now, on the table is Kensu ignores their surprise condition. Okay? If you, in your haste and hurry to try and get everyone up, are willing to drop your initiative down by 5 to go after the Hag Matron on subsequent rounds, I will allow you to give that 5 to another one of your party members. Potentially putting them up and above someone else. Just saying.
So I go down by 5. Yeah, I'll thoroughly swap that. That we can. Who's coming? Well, I can pull.
So
Nadia?
it'll come into play at the start of next round.
Next round.
For
Next round.
Yeah.
So Nadia, you have the 13?
I have a 3, buddy.
3.
Oh, you're down there. Okay, that's Luca has the 13.
Yeah, we
Tensu has the
look
10.
alike in our tokens, and also it's immersion. The fact that our tokens also
The only
Redhead
the only option is to pull the only option would be to pull Luca up to go ahead of the swarm.
Assuming there's nothing else hiding in the initiative, yes, that is all you can do.
Well, now you make me wanna. You sick man. No, I will take your devil's bargain. I will go down by 5 to go after the matron, and then I will give my 5 to Luca, so that she can then go after me and before the swarm.
Sweet. So before when we get to the top of next round, if Ross and Jason, if you could adjust your initiatives at the top of next round.
Top of next round?
Yeah, so it'll be top.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Durod moving will be next round, but you got your rousing performance. You can bump immediately, Luca.
I'll go back next round, and I'm far away. Cool beans.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
I think that's how I meant it at first, and then I confused myself.
Yeah, that thus ends my turn.
Okay. You said no bonus action for you, correct?
I got nothing to do.
All right.
I mean, I do, but I'm not doing it.
Perfect. Up next is this hag. This hag that is different than what at least one of you have seen. By the way, let's go ahead, and now that it's its turn, this seems like an appropriate time to do this. Why don't everyone give me a free, we'll call it your choice of nature or arcana or religion, any one of those 3, to see what you know about hags. Luca, your information that you get will be different because you already have some prior knowledge, but you can roll as well.
Nature, arcana, or religion. So that's
Yes.
-2, -2, or -2.
Can I have advantage because I've met lots of weird folks before?
No.
Heard a lot of stories about lots of weird folks before.
You gotta
I
ask.
gotta ask.
What if I complete?
I will say this: the type of people that you're referring to that I'm not going to spoil.
Natural 20 in a
No,
row.
I'm not. I'm not. There's no way. There's no way. Hold on.
What
I'm
the
gonna
fuck?
just click some random. I'm gonna click some stuff to make sure.
Okay, it's worn off. What the
What
magic
is that?
worn off, but
Okay,
you did
that's
roll
enough.
a 27, which is a 1 in 1,000 chance.
What? How is it 24, 25, 24, 23, 24?
How
am I
don't
rolling
know,
that high?
But then it goes
Good
right
luck.
back down. But wow,
Yeah, then it goes right back down. So there we go. The magic is wore off. It's done.
cool.
I'm out. I'm
All right.
neutral again.
You still got a 27. You still got a nat 20 on that roll.
Oh man,
Guys, I don't feel.
So don't forget descending. So that way Luca's in front. Okay, cool.
Makes sense. I ran away so very fast.
so very fast. Okay. One moment. Sorry, just finishing typing something out for. Perfect. Okay. The hag looks over at you, Durod. And wait, actually, you have dark vision, yes?
I believe I have dark vision.
Does
Let me
anyone
check
present
bio.
not have dark vision?
I have. Sorry, does anyone not have?
Is anyone in the party not have dark vision?
I don't think Dragonborn get it, so I guess I wouldn't.
Okay. Then right now, just be aware that everything is in darkness except for around the campfire. Which, if something's near the campfire, I'll let you know that it is. But right now, everything's kind of back in the shadows.
Would I have dark vision? I don't know if we ever addressed that.
Was it on the sheet or the info that I gave you?
You didn't give me an info specifically for my race. Half elves do.
I thought I did. Well, yeah, I mean, you would. Absolutely.
Half elves do.
Yeah, I mean, if half elves get it, then so do you. So.
Okay.
I'm
a normal half elf. Half elf, you know.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
So, Rod, so since you do have dark vision, you can see this. It was kind of just like looking out over the camp, not at anyone in particular. And as you begin to like run and shout, calling the rest of your comrades to arms, its eyes just slowly turn to look directly at you. And looking past its eyes is like this bottomless abyss where light just doesn't even want to escape away from its eyes. And it points its staff toward you and begins to chant something again in that strange, like, echoes and rattles your bones. And I need you to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Yep, the DC is 17.
There it is. Bam.
Ooh, you pass.
21.
You feel as a familiar energy to your crown of madness, instead of placing on your head, begins to eke directly at your heart, like barbed roots digging through your corpse to reach inside. But you manage to, with a mastery of magic, cut the connection before it gets a hold on you. And you are unaffected. It is now gonna be... It is not yet. Okay. So, we're gonna go to Luca.
Luca is sweating. Luca is shouting in Elvish. You stole me. Send me home. And Luca disappears in a puff of mist and reappears, sweeping both weapons at the hag with a wash of trailing sparks and embers swinging after her weapons.
Yes. Do it to it.
So first thing that happens is the hag and any of the little gribblies, if they are within 5 feet.
None are within 5 feet. Gribblies. That's good.
I've got gribblies.
Then just the hag takes 3 fire damage.
Excellent.
Or Hagcellent.
Excellent. Oh, I just realized we didn't finish doing our checks for knowledge on the hag. We got distracted by the crazy rolls of nonstop stupidness from Jason's roller.
Got a 19.
A 19 for which one did you roll?
Arcana.
Arcana. Okay. With a 19 Arcana, you would know that hags are typically in covens. They're in groups. They're usually not found by themselves. And they're typically rags. Like, they don't really wear nice robes like this one in front of you. And hags usually are territorial, and they don't like go out of their way to go find people. So already there's some strangeness. What else did anyone else roll? Especially Luca. I didn't mean to interrupt your attack flow, but this might change some things depending on what you rolled.
I got a 12.
A 12 on what? Which did you roll?
Nature.
Nature.
Nature's
Okay.
all at the same penalty, but I think that nature is probably the most apt for Luca.
Got it. So with
Kensu got a 2, so you don't have to worry about Kensu. So.
Oh no. With a 12, remember it's going to be different DCs and information for Luca, so 12 actually isn't bad. With a 12 nature, you would know that two things. What you asked of this hag is within its capabilities to do so. And two, this does not feel like the same type of creature as the one that you've met previously.
So it could send me home, but it's not the one who sent me here.
Correct. And like you didn't really know before that there might be different types of hags. This is a completely different type than the one that you originally encountered.
I'm gonna beat it up.
Hell yeah. What type of save did you say it needed to make? Or you said it did fire
No
damage,
save.
right?
3 fire damage, no save.
Right. Okay, I already added that. Okay, cool.
I get a attack action with the Eladrin Misty Step.
Mm-hmm.
With a 15 to hit.
That does not hit.
And then I get an attack and an extra attack.
Go for it.
Attack 1, 21 hits.
21 hits, yep.
Is that just a fucking Wilhelm scream?
What was
Did anyone else hear that?
I didn't hear it.
The mic cut out on me, so I didn't.
Someone scream.
My second attack was a 21, and my third attack was a natural 1 for an 8.
Oof. So with your first attack, you go to swing, and it's a good swing, but as it is about to connect, the weird cloth that it's wearing in this almost like battle robes almost seems to fold around your the blade of your weapon, and you should have hit, but it just somehow passes straight through by whatever strange magic that this cloth is inhibiting. But you immediately bring a second attack aiming directly for the hag itself rather than at a clothed part, and you hit nice and hard. Roll that damage.
Only 6.
Okay. And are your axes magical, I believe? I think.
My axes, no. I'm getting one made magical. I did forget, though, that I get advantage on my first attack due to my hairier feet.
That is true. Go ahead and re-roll that.
Hairier feet?
It's a feat called Harrier from a book.
Oh, I thought you were saying like your feet are like hairier than usual.
Never underestimate the power of hairy toes. 20 to hit.
I know.
All right. A slight retcon. You see it pass through exactly as I described, but you then curl it up and manage to nick it. And so you can actually roll damage for that first hit as well.
7.
Nice. Okay. Perfect. All right. Anything else for Luca's turn?
That's bonus action. She will use her movement action to I guess I'm just gonna use no, that's an action. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. Next is we have these little guys. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. It's gonna be so bad.
He says, grinning ear to ear.
Oh, yeah. I'm not even gonna pretend I'm not happy about this. Uh, okay. You all see, as these creatures look around and they're, like, counting, how many targets that there are. And then you see them all sink back into the shadows like liquid melting. Or like an ice liquid, melting into liquid. And you see a shadowy hand reach up from around Thane's chest, grabs him and pulls him into the shadows, and he vanishes.
Oh!
A second claw comes up right in front of you, Durod, reaching out to try and grab you. Hold on. Did that roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that's a natural 20. All right, so that is 11 slashing and 8 necrotic, and you need to make a DC 15 strength save.
What the fuck?
Another nat 20!
Ow!
Roll 20, you need to get your stuff together. I think something's broken. That's amazing, though. You manage to save as it reaches out and it gouges across you, and you feel it start to pull like it wants to yank you back into the shadows, just like you saw happen to Thane. But you manage to turn, and so its claws, which start to pull you back, slip free of you, leaving a horrible wound, but you're still standing. Next, that's 2 of them. Oh, there you go. You were muted. Did you say something before?
11 slashing and 8 necrotic for
Yes.
19 total.
Yeah.
Ouch.
That's 2 of the 5. A third one appears in front, or a third hand appears up in front of Nadia and attempts to claw at your throat.
Yeah, that'll hit. My AC is an 11.
All right, roll. That's 7 slashing and 6 necrotic. Go ahead and roll me a DC 15
And-
strength save.
Oh, that's not gonna be. And we haven't healed either.
And you could have rolled hit die for your short rest. So if you
I
wanted
didn't.
You didn't? Oh no!
0.
All right, as
Bingo.
it reaches out and it gouges across you, and its talons dig in and pull you into the shadows, and from the perspective of the rest of you, disappears entirely. And so that's the third one. There's 2 more. One appears right next to Kensu. A hand reaches up as you're getting up out of your bedroll, roused by Durod's call to arms. A shadowy arm just reaches out of the ground and begins to claw at your thigh and calf. You...
I didn't bring my baby cow.
Ha.
Put it up, dump.
Yeah, I know.
Stinger. There it is. There it is.
15.
That does not hit.
Nice!
No, sir.
As it reaches up to try and grab you, but you manage to pull your leg away free. jostled by Durad's call to arms as you're now in a state of adrenaline, hyper awareness, and you jump to the side. And last but not least, one appears next to you, Luca, and is going to attempt the same to try and jump up on the opposite side of you from the hag and try and grab you with this arm reaching up out of the shadows. And again, you can't even see the rest of the creature for any of these attacks, even the one that grabbed Nadia and Thane. Instead, you just see this arm bathed in shadow. And that's a, 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
That is 7 slashing and 6 necrotic. And then a DC 15 strength save is what you're looking at.
On roll 20, throw that magic that way.
I have failed that strength saving throw.
Oh, man. As Luca, you are pulled into the shadows as the hag looks down at you as you disappear at its feet. Awesome. At the end of their round, the 3 that have grabbed someone reappear up out of the shadows in completely different places than they were before. Luca, you are now under the cart. Nadia, you are now right next to the hag where Luca was. And Thane is missing.
Oh.
And the one
just-
that grabbed it. So there's now only
They just
4
kind
of
of-
them.
Good.
They just kind of moved us around. We took damage, and then if we fail that slave, they just switch our spots.
Yep, it seems that whatever these creatures are, they can move through shadow as if it was connected at any distance.
It's fun.
Okay.
Oh yeah, super fun. That concludes their turn though. So the Kensu, that's you.
Okay. Is there a way to position myself in such a way that I can get more than one of them in a line attack?
Yes, you can actually get the hag and one other in a line, or you can get the hag, 2 others, and Nadia in a line.
Look at me.
I mean, we're really not that close. I'm just kidding.
6 hit points, buddy.
Well, I don't want to hit her, so I will do the hag and one more, and do a breath weapon attack. So the hag and one of the thingamabobs need to make dex saving throws.
Dex saves? Alright.
I can't see what that says, sorry.
Yep, you're good. I
The
can't
purple
see
makes
either.
it hard for me to read.
Okay, so
Are you in night mode,
Night
Greg?
mode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it sure
Ni-
does.
Yeah, night mode in Roll20 is bad. So the hag matron got a 19, and the one Grithel got a 11. So I
Okay,
believe that's
so
a
the hag
success and fail.
hag saves, but the Grithel does not. So
Okay.
let me... Are you kidding me?
That makes sense. You did just wake up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's your morning- it's your
more
morning
morning
breath.
breath than it is lightning.
It's more
So
breath.
Oh, God. So
gosh.
is it still morning breath if it's at a funeral?
as long as that funeral is in the morning, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I
Oh.
okay, I got you.
All right. The hag takes 1 lightning, and the Grithel takes 2.
Yeah.
God, that feel. Ugh, I feel really bad. That's awful. But it makes sense. You did just get up and narrowly dodge a swipe coming at you. I think you're the only one that didn't get hit.
I am.
So you win some, you lose some. Defensive win, offensive. We'll try again.
Yeah.
Okay, you still have a bonus action movement though, if you'd like. You only had to kind of move over 5 feet to get that line.
I do not have a lot of bonus action activity outside of attacking with my offhand, but I can't do that if I don't attack with my.
Do you have any ranger spells that are bonus action? Okay. No hunter
So
sword?
yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done, unfortunately, but.
All right. Nadia, it is your turn. Go ahead. Sorry. What were you gonna say?
I'm right next to the hag.
Yep, you're right next to the hag, and you are currently grappled and restrained by shadows.
And restrained. Shit. Okay.
Restrained just makes it to where your attack rolls have disadvantage. So if you're casting like a save spell, it really doesn't affect you at all. But your speed is 0. And you can remake your save at the end of every turn.
I think Nadia first looks up at the hag and goes, "Oh, hi. This is awkward.
What language are you saying this in?
Elven.
Sylvan, is that what you said?
Elven.
Oh, Elven.
Heard Lucas speaking Elven at this thing. Only seems polite. She's gonna. What's a save?
Do you have Thunderstep?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, forget being grappled and restrained. Just nope the fuck out of there.
So any
Casually nope away.
this lady Thunderstep.
All right, where are you exiting at? You want to appear next to one of your allies? You want to go over to
I'm gonna go next
cart?
to Kensu. He seems big and hard to hit. Behind Kensu.
Behind Kensu.
Since anyone within 10 feet, are there any of the little Griblies within 10 feet of her?
The one that was restraining you, actually. So yeah, you'll hit. You'll hit.
Griblies.
That Gribly.
You like that term, do you?
Gribbly.
Oh, we're sticking with Gribly.
Oh, man.
As a DM, I have to resign myself to having my cool names disappear sometimes to really dumb names.
It's a Gribly.
No, I love it.
What was your cool name for this thing?
Grithel.
Oh no, this is a Gribly, dude. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yes, it's a con save.
Con save. All right, and then it's DC
14 damage.
That doesn't.
Team Thunder.
Why does it say DC 11? That seems wrong.
Yeah, I think my DC is 16. My spell save DC.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, 8 plus casting stat plus proficiency. Does that come out to 16 then?
8 plus charisma.
Yeah, 16.
16 plus 16.
Cool.
Shit.
Then Matron fails.
Oh, good.
Got him.
And
Got him.
Griffle
Gribbly.
succeeds.
What the fuck? Yeah, the Gribbly takes 7.
It'll still take damage.
20s being really generous with those 20s at the wrong time.
All right, so the
I'm behind Kensu.
all right, so the hag takes 14 damage, and the Gribbly takes 7, which brings it up to 9 damage total, since it already took Oh no, different Gribbly. Yeah, different Gribbly. Okay. Perfect. So you reappear next to Kensu with a loud, thunderous bang as basically an explosion goes off as you teleport. You also have movement.
Nadia is
bonus action,
laughing
if
the
any.
whole time, though.
Just cackling.
Wheezing and howling. This is good fun for her.
Amazing. Any movement or bonus action before you end your turn?
Nope. Yeah, she's giggling as she disappears, and she's still giggling as she appears next to Kensu. Might scare him a little. Oh no.
Durod, you are... Why is this descending? Because you fixed it. Thank you. So we go back to the hag, as Durod has given up that 5 initiative for Luca to have the jump on our hag. It is going to... Kensu.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to raise its staff, and you're gonna see all of like the black ichory vines that are wrapped around this gnarled staff all glow with like a purplish blue energy for a moment, and this sickly looking bolt of lightning shoots out at you. Does a 19 hit? Ooh. Oh, luckily a pretty bad roll. That is 2 lightning and 5 necrotic. And the lightning stays linked to you.
Wait, it 19
it
does
doesn't
not hit.
hit.
Oh, you said a 19 doesn't hit?
It does not hit.
Oh, I misheard.
This is why I'm
Kensu's our
behind
chunky
you.
boy.
So
Kensu's a chunky boy.
this lightning like strikes at you, and it almost connects, but you just manage to turn and let it roll off of you, as you just barely get out of this way of this arc of sickly lightning. And as it misses, it lances at a tree behind you, leaving a sizable crater that begins to decay as well, as it's not just lightning that hits the tree. But you are unscathed. Excellent. Durod, that brings us to you.
I know it does. That means... Okay. I have 2 trains of thought here. It's either second verse, same as the first, or I go out on a limb and I cast light to try and get rid of the shadows so they can't freely move within and out of us. Luca is next to the hag, correct? No, Luca is under the
cart.
Under the cart. No one's next to the hag right now.
One of the Gribblies is, but none of the party members are.
None of the party members is. Okay. Then nah. And I have a Gribbly in front of me.
Yes, you.
The one that tried to take me down.
Strength save.
I succeeded my save, so he's just still in front of me.
Yeah, there's just that. Well, you don't really see it. There's just a pool of shadow in front of you. If you want to attack it, then you'll be making attacks at disadvantage, and as you can't see it, and if you have any spells that require line of sight, they won't target it. As there's just nothing in front of you but a black puddle.
Okay. How far am I away from Kensu and Nadia? To Moria?
You moved.
Nadia.
You moved back, so about 20 feet.
Okay. This is probably the stupidest thing I'm gonna do, but I will use my movement to go to Kensu, and I guess I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity.
Don't say that. There's going to be plenty of stupider things I'm sure you're going to do.
Well, man, yeah. But in this moment, this one might be it.
A reaction is made, but it is not an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
I need you to make a dex save as you see a flash of purple light from the hag's eyes.
Dex save.
Uh-huh.
Oh God. Nope. That's a flat nope. It's a 2.
Oh no. As you look back just to make sure that whatever this is isn't following you, even though you can't really see it, you can see the puddle. The puddle's gone. You can continue your turn. You don't notice anything else at the moment.
Okay, then I don't notice anything. I just know the puddle's gone. Continuing. I move to Kensu
Mm-hmm.
and Nadia. Kensu, you have a shield?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to action cast light on your shield. It now emits bright light in a 20-foot and dim light in a 20-foot.
Nice.
And then that is a cantrip. I will then bonus action hex the. Am I within? What's the range on hex? Shoot, is it 30 feet?
I think Hex is 60.
I think it's
Is it
60.
60? Okay, cool. Then I will then bonus action hex the hag.
Okay, and which skill checks are you affecting?
I want to say they're not saving throws; they're just ability checks.
Mm-hmm. I will say this: there is a hidden very way to detrimentally affect your opponent with this spell, depending on what you choose.
It's it's either strength or con. Constitution.
There are no skill checks for Constitution.
There's no there's no skill checks for Constitution. So then skill checks. Shoot. I'm still thinking saving throws. Charisma. No. Yeah. Sorry, dexterity.
Oh, okay.
I'll do dexterity saving throws or skill checks.
Okay.
No stealth.
Perfect. All right. So you cast light. As the shield lights up and you fire off this hex that wraps itself around the hag, you notice something interesting. Your shadow is the only one that's still there.
Reaction to tell them that I have a shadow when I shouldn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's nighttime. We're also next to your campfire. Ignore me.
We're next to a blinding shield, and I have a shadow. It's on me. It's on my back. It's somewhere on me. It's attached to me. You're gonna have to hit me. Don't worry, I can take it. I know, Kenzie, I know you don't. I can take it.
Fun.
You guys, it's on me. Get it off. You guys, it's on me. Get it off.
It's like,
Just smile and think of something else to rot. It'll be over in a second.
Oh, oh my God. Yeah, I'm at. I'm at like half health. It's gonna be over in a second. That's my turn. I can't do anything else.
Okay.
Movement, failure, bonus action, cast. Yeah, we're good.
All right. After Gerard, we have Luca.
I am under a cart.
Yes, you are under a cart.
Rod has pointed out that I have no shadow.
How far is the
Or-
cart from the light? No, Dorad still has a shadow, even though there's light literally right next to him.
Shadow directly under me rather than
Yeah.
pushed away. I have
Uh,
an inky black footsteps.
Luca
And there's one shadow wrapped around you.
rages.
Yes!
What does Luca do?
Rage.
Have we seen you rage?
Luca
so.
has raged in the first
Oh, you
fight
have.
with the Drake things.
With the,
Oh,
with the
that's
sand
right.
drakes.
That's right.
And you said Luke is gonna crawl out from under the cart, assuming she can. Am I grappled?
Grappled and restrained.
Do I need to spend an action to break free?
You repeat your save at the end of every turn.
Smack that motherfucker. Or teleport away.
Teleporting is a bonus action, and so is raging. I think I will reckless strike to give myself advantage to negate the disadvantage from being restrained.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
So first one is at normal. Only a 14 to hit.
Against a Grithel, a 14 hits.
Smack him. Smack him good.
7 damage.
You see it wriggle and writhe, and you are now no longer restrained, but you are still grappled. It seems taking any damage knocks away the restrained.
So no disadvantage on my second attack.
Correct. Your speed will still be 0 unless you pass your save at the end of your turn, though. Or you...
Only an 11 to hit the second time, so no dice.
An 11 will miss.
That's bonus action, that's action, and secondary attack.
Mm-hmm.
So I get, and my movement speed is 0, so I guess I'll end my turn.
Okay, and then strength save to see if you can break free of that shadowy grapple. Instead of contesting it like a normal grapple, where you're fighting against another creature's muscles and ability to hold you back, this is like some eldritch, just ichor, like wrapping around you and holding you in ways that you're not used to. Hence, it's a save.
I rolled poorly and only got a 13.
Ooh, a 13.
That's with advantage.
Oh no. A 13 is just under its DC, so you are still grappled. However, since you dealt damage, you're no longer restrained. All right.
Oh no, Gribbly turn.
Gribbly turn. All right. First, Dorad. A 25 to hit as the shadow under you reaches out with spikes to stab into your legs.
Oh, that sounds
Lovely,
thoroughly
doesn't it?
pleasant.
Oh, yeah. That's 10 slashing and 5 necrotic.
Okay.
And then DC 15 strength save.
There's my fail. I got an 11.
You are grappled and restrained. However, you do not get pulled anywhere. You are just wrapped up in spot. You see it start, you feel like your body start to like move toward the ground and then stop because of the magical light in the area.
Oh.
And you're now still right next to Kensu and Nadia.
Guys, I don't feel so good.
The one that is only half wrapped around you now, Luca, is going to reattempt to
It has advantage.
Oh no. Again, the wrong time for that roll 20.
Ooh, okay. So 7 slashing, which is reduced down to 3 for you now that you're raging, and then 10 necrotic. And then strength save to avoid being restrained.
You 4.
There it is.
Nice.
There it is.
And you know, because you beat the DC by so much, I'll even pop off that previous grapple since it's the same target. So you not only avoid being restrained, but you also break out of your current grapple. All right. Next, we have the 2 that are closest to the matron, the hag matron, are going to run over there, and you see both of them jump into the matron's chest, and you see shadows fill in 2 parts out of a 5-part symbol on the coat. And you see that some of the hag matron's wounds heal over. And then the last one that is with Thane is still missing. And I think that's all of them? Or am I missing one? Durad?
Oh, that's all of them, for sure. There's no more.
No, there's one more. One more.
Oh.
It is going to step out of the puddle, and you can see the effects. You know it's stepping out of the puddle because you can see the effects of it, but you can't even see the creature. It's just completely invisible. Even to those of you with dark vision, you can't see it. But then as it steps into the light, its form is revealed, and it is no longer going to have advantage on all of its attacks from being invisible. And it's going to run up at you, Kensu, to try and not only attack you, but try and wrap that shield around with its shadowy clutches. And it is going to attack without advantage this time.
That's not going to hit him.
Nope.
Nice.
No way, no.
As it reaches up to try and attack, it's avoiding the light, and you use that to advantage with your training with shields, and you bat at this thing mid-attack, and it reels back, and you hear this hissing, but not like the hissing of like a vocal cords activating, more like the hissing of like meat sizzling on a stovetop. And that is all of the Griffles. Kensu, it is your turn.
All right. So basically on the battlefield now we have the matron and this Gripple that's still in front of me.
And then the one that's right around Luca.
And
Near Luca.
the one that's
Luca's
attached
not.
to me?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So, matron, one that is in the light, one that's attached to Durad, and then one that's near Luca. Right? Hold on. One in the light, Durad, Luca, and then the 2 that jumped into the matron.
What about the one that's still on Thane?
On Thane. You've added one.
Yeah, the one that stepped into the light is not even real. That was my bad. I miscounted.
It's okay.
Minor illusion.
You're good. Actually, no. It's the one that had Thane by itself this time. That's the one that's in the light.
Okay. Fucking. He's not torturing Thane. Thane's dead.
Should I take out the matron or try to...
Wherever you go, the light's going to go with you. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
It's like, this is pitch black rules here.
Mm-hmm.
Stay close to the light.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Pitch black rules. The little guy's healer. If we get rid of the little guys, we can get rid of the healing. If we focus on her, the little guys are going to negate everything we've done, and they still get to attack us while we're attacking her.
So take out the little guys first.
That's where I'm going next. I'm going little guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
me
there's
too.
one in front of me, or
Oh.
there is?
There is, yeah. This is
There
the
is.
one that
Okay.
took Thane, so it hasn't taken any damage yet that you know of.
Okay. All right. I am. I'm just gonna try this for the first time. And I can't. It doesn't give me a bonus action use of anything, but it thematically it'll be fun. I'm going to shield spike this piece of shit.
Yes. As your shield flips over and re-engages as a spike, as the shield is and the spike are both parts of your prosthetic limb. And you jam your spike forward. Go ahead and roll to attack. Oh, a 23 absolutely hits. And because it's in the light, you don't have disadvantage on that attack. Which is gorgeous.
Sweet.
10 piercing as you punch a hole straight into this thing's gut. And you hear this cry like a small baby calling out in pain. But in addition, you hear the bones inside its robes chattering. And you've left like a puncture wound through its strange, shadowy cloak that it's wrapped in. Perfect.
Well, I do get 2 attacks, so I'm gonna try
yeah, I
that
was about
again.
to say, yeah. Are you going to attack again with the shield?
Yeah.
Okay. A 15 just barely hits. For another 8 piercing. And you jam a second puncture, a little bit smaller this time, aiming a little bit higher, trying to get into that center mass, and you hit near its shoulder. And as it kind of like sways in its movement as you're dancing around and striking it with your shield, you notice as the cloak opens for a moment and you can see inside, its wounds are superficial, and you're thinking that the piercing damage is not having its full effect on a creature like this.
Could you repeat that?
Yeah, the piercing damage seems to not be doing full damage against this skeletal baby. It's doing half damage.
Hard to stab a skeleton.
It does still take damage, as the shield's quite large compared to its very small frame. And despite missing the initial like puncture per se, it still slams into this thing and definitely cracks some of its skeletal structure and framework. Excellent. You also have a bonus action as well, if you have anything.
Yeah, but I don't got anything I can do unless.
Don't you have your scimitar? You can bonus action.
I thought I had to attack with the first scimitar before I could do the second. So
You just have to make weapon attacks and
Oh.
meet certain criteria, and your prosthetic limb meets that. So you
All
can
right,
you
then.
can offhand scimitar.
all right.
15 hits. All right, you slash into it, and again you see it does damage, and you see it actually does enough damage that this thing looks like it's barely holding itself together anymore. But again, you see the slashing; it seems to be doing reduced damage against the skeletal creature.
Okay.
All right. We now go to Nadia.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna enemies abound this lady.
Oh. Let me go ahead and post it so I can read it real quick.
Is she immune to being frightened?
She automatically succeeds, yes.
Fuck! I thought hags were just charmed.
That's what you get for trying to use meta knowledge, and I did earlier
Fuck,
say
I
this
swear.
hag looks like it is different than other hags. I explicitly said it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yee.
Oh, fucker.
This is why I always homebrew. I always homebrew.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's action. Do you bonus action?
I don't know if I can bonus action anything.
I will say this. To both you and Durod, since both of you have are full spellcasters. If you the rule with not being able to cast a 2 leveled spells using action bonus action, one of them has to be a cantrip, does not apply if the leveled spell fails or misses. I'm just gonna do that because I think it's better.
Even so, it's still. Actually, no. I have sorcery points. I'm gonna quicken spell Ray of Frost her.
Nice. All right.
That's a 21 to
Get
hit.
him.
Ooh, 21 hits the matron.
Oh yeah, gonna do that, and then I am also gonna use a Winter's Bite,
Hell yeah.
which is, I believe. Okay, so that'll be an extra 5, and then that'll be 9. It's 9 cold damage.
Nice. All right. As this ray of frost rips out and hits it in the chest, and then right as it thinks it's over, this blast of energy courses through this rippling ray of frost, causing it to reach further and further as it hits its target. And in Elvish, you hear it respond back. Curse you, Winter Witch. Anything else for your turn?
Nothing. I think that this is the first time that Nadia has done this while being like close to somebody else. There is like real, like I think like cold. Like the air around Nadia gets like freezing, and I think both Gerard and Kensu are close enough to feel like just genuine cold, like, radiating off of her to the point where I think their breaths both cloud for a second.
Oh, 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 oh.
Jason, does
Nadia.
that go in the Nadia notebook?
Then I think she kind of like shakes it off, and the cold dissipates. Like she physically, like a dog getting out of the water and like trying to get water. She does like a full body shake. I bet that was excellent audio with my headphones. Um, um, and I think the cold dissipates as she shakes it off.
But yeah, I just want to let you know that in Twitch chat was commented, Elsa, is that you?
Thanks, North.
Let it go.
Let it go. And that's as many words
As we can say before Disney eats us alive.
I bet Disney is really worried about Twitch streams with 5 viewers.
Oh, hi everybody.
They're fucking
Time to
coming
get
after us.
fucked. Excellent. So I'm sorry, Nadia, is that the end of your turn? Yes, no, maybe so.
That's all for me.
Okay.
You get real chilly for a second, and then she shakes it off.
It goes real cold.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
All right. Next is we get Luca. You need to make a wisdom save.
Sorry, gang.
Oh no. Axes abound.
Being charmed? Because Luke is a half elf? Or an elf?
You're an elf?
He said wisdom saving throw?
Yes, and if your race gives you advantage on effects that are like charmed, you would have advantage on the save.
You have advantage on saving throws you make to avoid or end the charmed condition on yourself.
Oh, is it only the charmed condition? Because that's not what this does. You know, I'll give it to you anyways. You get advantage regardless. Because it's a homebrew ability, so.
Sorry in advantage.
And we're looking to beat a DC 17 Wisdom save.
So
No.
close.
No.
Really high.
Sorry.
14.
That's really low.
You get 12 necrotic damage as those inky black vines wrap around your skin, and on your turn, your goal is to kill your party members. It will last for
shit.
1 turn and 1 turn only.
Does rage give any advantages against mental saves in 5e?
I
I don't think so.
don't think so, but
Maybe there's a subclass.
I'm always more about the good RP than by exacting words. Not a rules lawyer. I just like fun. Although you did already have advantage on
No,
the save.
I failed. I'm gonna kill who's closest to me.
Kill me.
Let's see. Closest would be the clump of Durad, Nadia, and they're all standing right next to each other, so they're all like right there.
Is it
and
Luca's turn, or is it
It's
the hag's turn?
It's on Luca's turn that it happens.
Okay, so when Luca's turn happens, then Luca starts winging axes at us.
Yep. But that is it for the matron's turn. That's all they do. Durad, it is now
Mm-hmm.
your turn.
I still have one attached to me.
You still have one attached to you. You are
All right,
currently grappled and restrained in the middle of a field of light.
I
have to run for a
cast.
single minute. I will be back very quickly.
Okay.
I will cast
Yes.
Armor of Agathis at a 2nd level on myself.
1 second.
Question regarding whatever's happening to Luca. Would it drop the rage?
It would not.
Okay, just curious.
It would not drop the rage. Oh my god. Discord?
And then
Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Discord completely
Yeah.
restarted for me, which kicked me off of what I was streaming and everything. So 1 second while I reconnect us.
Okay. Dude, there's
Actually, you know what? Why don't we do our intermission a little early today? So that way it gives be a chance.
Gives
to come
Nadia
back.
time too.
And
The
Discord just like
some hard crashed.
Yep.
Hey, real quick, there's trees and stuff around, right?
There definitely is, yeah. You're in like
Tall?
ish kind of. You're not even really in a clearing. There's like sort of like a nice spot in between some of the trees that you've set up camp. And yeah, they're at least 20 feet tall at the shortest.
Okay, cool beans. Okay, cool beans. But yeah, that's literally all I can. Or you know what? I have a serious question.
Yes.
If I use my cloak.
Oh, audio's still going. Hold on. And we're back. Hello, everyone. We're definitely not talking about anything inappropriate before audio cut back on. That's not the case.
Word?
I promise.
I think we
I
were
wasn't
talking
part of
about
that.
scrapbooking and, you know,
Bubbles.
bubbles. Yep.
Bubbles.
A manner of speaking. Bubbles.
Salisbury and Blueberry Hill. Isn't there an old joke?
Pepperidge Farm remembers that joke.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
So, I apologize. We cut out right in the middle of an excellent round of combat, thanks to some technical difficulties. So we decided to just take our intermission right there, and we're back. Correct me if I miss anything. The last thing that just happened was the Hag Matron successfully landed their spell against Luca. So Luca, on their turn, is going to obey the hag's whims against her wishes. And I think we were kicking over to Durod. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, we're midway in mine, right? When did you cut out? Were I second level armor of Agathis?
No, I think I did hear you say that, and I think we cut off right
Okay.
after you said that.
And then it's going to be bonus action. It's kind of counterintuitive. Calculated risk here. And I'm going to use my cloak to do my ghostly, and I'm going to have them go off the 30 feet directly behind in line of us and the hag, and then in the opposite corners, opposite 90 degrees.
This is your wicked cool item. Why don't you tell us how does it look like? What does activating this look like for Durod?
So in like a fit of get it off, Rod like ruffles his jacket real tight, and then he just like turns into these ghostly gray cloaked Assassin's Creed-esque monks, colorless, vague, misty,
Like
and they just
Gregorian
shoot
monks,
off.
kind of.
Yeah, they just shoot off in 3 separate directions, 30-foot flying speed, and they're all going to go 30 feet up at cardinal 90s and into the tops of the trees.
You'll also notice that as Durad's body seemingly breaks apart into 3 of these ghostly hooded monks, the shadow that was underneath it drops like a water balloon that just popped on like a slow-mo video, and it just like drops, splashes on the ground, and reforms into another one of the Grithals, as it no longer is in your shadow.
Yes. And that is, let's see. Yes. So I don't pop out of that until the start of my next round. So I'm in one of those 3 places and none of them all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Think that they're
Schrodinger's
they're
Durad.
AC, right? They're AC1, no AC1, no HP. You hit it, it disappears. If they all 3 of them go down, whichever one is the last one is where I'm going to pop up. But I get to choose at the start of my next round.
Right.
I think as Luca turns, shaking her head and blinking blearily, and drawing her axes and look menacingly over at the group of friends who are huddled in that direction, you have made a wise choice.
Calculated risks must be taken.
Speaking of which,
That's
as we bring to the start of Luca's turn, all of you can see, and yes, even you, Durad, even though no one knows which one you're looking from, you all see as Luca looks over and for a brief moment looks exactly as you know her, before the eyes are briefly replaced with those pitiless voids of the Hag Matron. Luca, it is now your turn. Have fun.
Who's Who's the closest ally to me?
That would be Kensu.
Me, not me, not me, not me. Yep.
It would be me because Nadia is
Behind you.
standing behind me.
Yep, I specifically remember you said you teleported behind him. So, yep,
Mm-hmm.
Kensu's the closest.
I'm gonna roll a check real quick. No, I shouldn't roll that with advantage.
Even with advantage, 17 was the first.
Who's the weakest?
Nadia.
At 6 hit points.
How far away is Nadia?
20 feet.
I am going to start my turn by throwing a dagger at Nadia.
Oh
Oh.
no.
Okay. That's cool.
And it's
Does
a
she
lot
get
different to
cover?
see Luca's hands moving like at absolute rapid speed, tossing weapons out when you're the one on the receiving end.
Mm-hmm.
Does she get cover at all? I don't know how it works. I'm just curious.
Yes, actually, 3/4 cover. Do you have anything that negates cover, Luca?
I am reading. I think I negate cover for mist, but I don't know if I negate cover just in general.
Been muted this whole time.
Oh no.
Nothing important was said from my
I
end.
I thought you
will.
were just like mouthing to yourself like your own commentary, because I do that all the time.
Mm-mm.
Nope, I don't have anything that prevents cover from a person. Is the cover coming from a person?
Yes. Kensu's
Okay,
providing physical cover.
Wait, how tall is Kensu?
Like 6'4",
You're
6'5" is pretty tall.
Okay, then you are taller than me. I'm only about 6 feet.
I am going to
He's tall,
reckless
but not that
attack.
tall.
Nice. Advantage.
So I roll normally
Oh, right.
because of the disadvantage. No, you said 3/4 cover. Does that give disadvantage, or is that just a bonus?
No, that's just a bonus to AC. You don't have disadvantage.
Yeah,
What is
I'll
my
reckless
AC with
attack.
3/4 cover?
So
That
3.
for not Luca, you're about to roll a series of horrible attacks. Nadia, to let Luca know which ones hit, your AC is gaining a +5 from cover right now.
I don't know how much that's gonna help since my AC is dog shit.
Do
But
you have the shield spell that you could add on as well?
I need to roll twice. I get advantage.
don't have the shield spell.
All right, then yeah, AC +5 is what you're sitting at.
First one misses, second one hits.
It's one attack with advantage. I was
Oh,
told
then
to
it
try
hits.
to. I was told to try to kill my party as hard as I could, so
Yep.
I'm doing the best I
Recklessly
can.
attacking.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Eight
Oh, I'm
damage.
down.
Oh,
Down.
I'm down.
At the
Nadia.
expense
Oh, go ahead.
of exhaustion or something of the DM's discretion, can I interpose myself?
Do you want a devil's bargain?
I do want a devil's bargain.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. You're the
Greg,
tank.
Yeah.
can I make a suggestion as your party member and your friend?
Let's do it.
Yeah, sure.
I get 2 more attacks and a teleport that does damage, buddy.
Yeah, fucking save it.
He's still coming for you. You don't. It's happening.
Yeah.
This is happening.
Okay.
Knowing that, thank you
Not-
very much, Ross, for explaining it all out so informed decisions are made. How about we say, do you want to make a deal?
I have more hit points. I have a higher AC. I have a better chance of missing the other attack, dodging the other attacks than Nadia does.
I was gonna go down in this fight anyways. I have an 11 AC and currently 19 hit points.
You're like a
This is gonna
squirrel.
happen. I'm like this girl. I've been thinking about it. Nadia's like a quokka. She's like, you know those, quokkas. They're like an animal. They live somewhere. They're adorable. Um, Humans aren't like an actual predator, and where they live,
Never?
You can just
where
stop
they
that.
live is they're an animal and they live somewhere. I'm sorry. They're cute. But they generally live, I think, somewhere so remote they have never come into contact with humans, and I also don't think they generally have any natural predators. So they're just incredibly friendly to humans and completely fearless. Have no like self-preservation, and that's Nadia.
Makes sense.
Or me to
Nailed
you
it.
guys, nobody has ever wanted to hurt Nadia before.
It's true.
Now
Has
everyone
no
wants
healing
to.
spells.
Luca with
No
her void
shield,
black eyes
nothing.
is trying to hurt you now. I hurt you for 10.
Yeah.
Um,
What are you doing? What's Kenzie doing?
Kensu would do it. So I will
Terrible,
stay
by the
true
way.
to my paladin / ranger, and
Oh, I'm sorry. It was only 8. I accidentally rolled twice, Nadia. I think there was a lag.
I see two
Okay, an 8
others, too.
actually
Okay.
won't hit.
All right.
No, an 8 damage.
No, 8 damage. It's
It was
8
a
damage.
20.
But
It was a
That's what's
24 to
being thrown
hit.
at you, and then
no,
Greg,
Well,
and
hold
then
on.
Kenzie's
down.
targeting.
Hold on. Nadia, stay at your 6.
Why? Okay.
Kensu, since you
Mhm.
said yes,
Mhm.
you are going to take the vulnerability status for the damage of the attack that you're throwing yourself in front of because you're intentionally running at the attack, adding force to the punch.
okay.
So, with, I believe you said an 8, that is going to be 16 piercing with a dagger.
Okay.
But, Nadia, you are still up. And you are now in full cover as Kensu is now shield prosthetic arm up, literally kneeling over you as you're prone. And, Luca, you can now continue your spree of attacks.
Luca moves 15 feet closer, and you just see her dashing forward while Kensu is in the way. And then she ducks and she dives. And before she hits the ground, she appears on the other side of Kensu behind Nadia and tries to chop her in the back with a hand axe.
Fucking quokka, dude.
And I'm gonna need you both to take 3 fire damage. Sorry.
This is before the hand axe.
So I will say this, Nadia's not behind Kensu anymore, as Kensu dove on top of her. She's now under Kensu, getting full cover. So the attack is still going to go after Kensu.
That's good. Okay, I will chop at Kensu.
You
Out of character, that's good. As a hag slave, that's bad.
Yes, but Nadia still takes the 3 fire damage from your ability, because that's not...
Oh my god.
I don't think that has anything to do with cover, because it's just an
Area
AoE thing. But that
so
does
that's a
mean
hand.
you're still up. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, no, it's a hand axe attack against Kensu. It's only a 12.
Ooh, okay, managed to deflect it. And I think there's one more coming.
How many Durods are there?
3.
3.
Too many.
Throw-
If you consider the hag at north, there's Cardinal southeast west. That's where they're headed.
Luca, after slashing downwards at Kensu's body, covering Nadia, leaps up and hurls a javelin at one of the Durods. We'll say east.
It's like AC 1. It hits. It goes down. It disappears. That is not me. So like, your javelin just kind of right through it, and it just disapparates and does nothing. And it just
as you land, Luca, having made 2 strikes at the enemies in front of you and 1 at one of the ghostly monks off to the side, your eyes return and you feel your senses come back to you. And in addition, you now feel that you are immune to this effect for the next 24 hours.
That's really good. Luca looks pretty wounded and looks real sheepish at the fact that she just wounded her friends with the best of her abilities.
Man. And with that, we go to the Gorethel's turn. Let's see if I can remember real quickly where they're all at. There's still the one that was near Luca under the cart. It's still there, but Luca's now nowhere near it. Then we have 2 in the light. One that was standing there, and then the one that dripped out of Durad's shadow when Durad poofed. So there are 3 of them. The 2 in the light are going to both try and attack Kensu. They will not have advantage because you are bathing them in magical light. Normal.
how long does that?
2. Do either of those hit? Ooh, does that 23 hit?
23 does.
Okay. You do not have to make the strength saving throw, as the light prevents them from using that part of their ability. So
Okay.
you'll just take the 10 slashing and 4 necrotic.
Okay.
You still up?
Yeah, barely. I've got 1 left, I think. 1.
And then the one that's under the cart is going to drop into the shadows of the cart and reappear in front of the matron and leap at its chest, splashing onto it and filling out a third of the 5-part symbol that's on its chest. You can almost make it out now. If any of you want to roll while it's at this point, you can with disadvantage. Although you feel that if you... as long as nothing happens to it to where the symbol disappears, 2 more of the Grithels fall and you could see the whole thing and roll without disadvantage.
I can't see it. He's flying
Nine.
somewhere away.
What was that, Nadia?
Got a 9.
A 9?
9.
With a 9 on your history check.
Oh,
then-
history.
history.
No, I did Arcana.
Oh, yeah. So this, recognizing what the symbol
that
is
would be
going to be history.
Should I re-roll?
Yeah, re-roll,
Or just
re-roll.
keep That one.
Let's re-roll.
It's a 15.
15, that's actually not bad. You remember hearing a fun little ballad about a 5-petaled clover that was in a herringbone style pattern of weaved multicolored fabrics. And in this ballad, it's a little whimsical. Not a whole lot of it is super accurate per se. Rather it is, but there's a lot of flamboyant flourishes added on. But part of this ballad that you heard, you remember that there was a group of nomads that would wander from land to land, and they, in the song, it's hinted at that they possess the ability to dance on the winds and venture into lands never before seen. That is what you'll get with a 15. That is the end of the Grithel's turn. Kensu, it is now your turn.
First, I'm gonna say ow, and then is Thane the healer of the group?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I don't know if we have potions. Do we have we have to have potions?
I gave you money to buy whatever you were going to buy. If you didn't buy potions, that's on you. I told you
I
to
don't think
buy
I did.
anything you wanted. And I gave prices.
Uh-huh. I don't have a single potion on me.
Damn, sucks to suck!
Sucks to suck.
okay.
Might want to grab some next time you're in town. I know Luca bought some, like a intelligent person, despite having the lowest intelligence score in the party.
Luca does not have a healing potion.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I thought you bought some in that town before you hit Dendris.
I didn't think that small town would have magical healing potions.
Oh, I'm just remembering totally incorrectly. My bad. Thank you for calling me out on that.
Luca is also of the firm opinion that nothing can kill her, but she's being talked to about that by this hag.
Who is... Okay, so Nadia's under me.
Yep.
At 3 hit points.
Yep.
There's still that gripple thing that's on the one I beat up with the shield.
Yep, it's barely holding together. It's right next to you, and then one that is less injured is also right next to you.
Okay.
And that's it. There's just those two. And then the head.
Okay. I'm going to attack the one that's barely surviving with my shield spike again.
Nice. Do it to it. Oh, yeah! 23 absolutely hits.
Sweet. Okay. You want that damage?
11. Nice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you reach out, and knowing that this spike really has no flesh to dig into, you decide to use it like a wedge, and you uppercut into its skull, and it's through its eye socket, and its head has to split to make room from the ever-widening edge of your shield spike, and it rips this thing apart, and you hear this god-awful sound of like this baby gurgling blood and dying. And then
in train spotting.
However, no body is left behind, as when it lands, the magical light coming off of your shield singes away the bones, leaving not even its shadowy cloth remaining.
Okay. I am the other one that's the other one that's next to me. I'm going to bonus action with one of my scimitars.
Nice.
That's an 18.
Pardon me. Yeah, an 18 will absolutely hit.
That's 11 slashing. Halved, I guess.
Yep. That's still 5. Ooh, it is barely holding on to life right now.
So then I will second attack it with my other scimitar.
Nice.
22 hits.
Yes, it does.
And that's 12 slash.
12. As you find this path with your eyes as its cloak flutters, where you can sever several joints, and quick as a flash you zigzag your blade up through its body in almost a dance, a dervish of blade work, and it falls apart and it burns away, bone and cloth, in the magical light of your shield. And there are now no more griffles, and there are not 2 more symbols on the matron's cloak.
And with that, my turn is over.
Okay. With that, we are going to go ahead and move over to Nadia. You are prone, and you are barely clinging to life, but you are alive. And there are no more enemies around you. And you're in full cover right now.
I think Nadia is I think Nadia might be genuinely scared for the first time in her life. She is still laughing, but it's like I think it's getting a little manic. Like fear laughter.
Is she like pulling her hair out, kind of like,
Not
like
pulling her hair out, but she has never been. I don't think she's taken any damage in the other battles. This is the first time Nadia has ever been like hurt before.
And not only hurt, but given what you're at HP wise, that's like on death's door.
This is the most Nadia has ever been hurt that isn't like bumping into something or skinning your knee or falling out of a tree a little bit. This is the first time she has ever been injured, and it's bad, and I think she's still laughing, but it's like it's starting to get a little manic. And I think she's gonna cast Mage Armor on herself.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna use. Hang on a minute, this might be my last sorcery point. Oh, I have a couple more. She's gonna use another sorcery point to quicken spell. Anybody up? No, this is not a good idea. Yeah, I'm just gonna quicken spell Ray of Frost again and give it another Winter's Bite.
I will say this, because you're in full cover right now, you can exit to 3/4 cover to attack, but then you won't be in full cover anymore. You'll be in
Mage Armor, and then.
Okay.
No, Mage Armor.
Seeing that she's clearly not dealing with this very well, Kensu would suggest to just stay down. You don't have to, but he would offer just to keep full cover on you.
I don't think Nadia is in a space where she's able or willing to listen to anybody. I think she is in full fight or flight, and she's going with fight.
Okay.
I imagine in this moment she probably has tunnel vision. She might not even realize that what's being said.
Right.
No, I think it's just ringing in her ears. That's all she can really hear. She can hear her own breathing, and she can hear ringing in her ears, and she can taste blood, and she is going to cast Mage Armor and Ray of Frost.
All right, so you exit into 3/4 cover, so that you're still getting a +5 to your AC right now. And you fire Ray of Frost. And I assume Winter's Bite is going to be on this as well?
Yeah.
All right, roll to hit. Oh, that's a 26. That hits.
Oh, wait, that's a crit.
Is it?
Oh, no, it's not.
No, it's +8.
No, it's not.
It's an 18.
Yep.
Yeah.
Repeating attack.
That is 14 cold.
How much?
14.
Okay. As you just reach out, wounded from behind Kensu's shield, you reach your hand out, and again this cold hits it, and it again creeps farther than it should, and it seems to crack and like frost over the bones of this creature, this hag that, while it's wearing robes and you can tell it has skin, it's like a leather bag barely hanging on to a skeleton. It's so, its bones are so pronounced. You can see that they're starting to cool off with cold and crack. And it again calls out, "I will not be destroyed by you, witch."
This thing does not like you.
I don't know why. Never met before. And
I think
I
you're quite
assume
charming.
thanks. I think the cold hits Kensu and Gerard again, and I feel like this time it's like less snow day cold and more frostbite cold.
It would be Kensu and Luca. Durad's not there, but Luca
But yeah,
is.
Kensu and Luca. I think it kind of, it's in the name. It's Winter's Bite. Like this cold hurts a little. I think again, Nadia's like fingers and her lips start to go kind of blue, and then she shakes it off and it recedes.
This hag is starting to look a little harried. And with that, we go to the hag's turn. It is going to grab its staff, raise it aloft, and the black ichor begins to shine with a sickly purplish blue light. And it thrusts it forward at Luca as it tries to hit you with an attack. That's I assume a 26 hits. Okay.
It does. However, you should roll with advantage because I reckless attacked.
That is true. And because of your honesty, go ahead and take an inspiration. I appreciate that.
Okay.
I would like to use that inspiration to impose disadvantage.
That would be 360 no scoping D&D, Greg.
I'm dead. You guys, I'm dead. I died.
Die?
I almost died. I'm at 1 HP.
That's a meme
You're
for D&D Reddit.
Wow.
That is. That needs to be made. That needs to be made.
A 26 will hit. And that's gonna go for 2 lightning and 5 necrotic. Are you still up?
I am still up.
Okay. Then you'll notice that the lightning arcs and kind of sways and moves between you and the end of this creature's staff. And you feel that you've been linked with a spell. And with that, it is now Durad's turn.
Hey. I would yell out and ask Nadia because it keeps calling out to her, but I can tell she's not there. Can I would it be an action to roll Arcana to figure out if it has an elemental weakness?
So I give 1 skill check free, no action required to a player per round. So you can absolutely roll one, but you don't need to spend an action doing it.
Does that include stealth?
That does not include. So we'll say like things that don't have a direct output on combat, like trying to figure something out or looking for an escape route while you're running, stuff like that. But if it directly inputs things like grappling someone with an athletics check or stealth, then those you'd still have to use action economy.
Sure.
Purposes.
That is a wise answer. Thank you.
Thank you for asking.
So when the two, there's only two left. So when the two that are going west and south, I appear at the southern one, as high up in the tree as I can. I don't know. You said they were at like most 20 feet, so I'm guessing I'm gonna try and be 20 feet so I can have line of sight on party and bad guy.
Right.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then I want to kind of get a good look, and if I can roll Arcana to see if it has an elemental weakness.
Yeah. Go ahead and make that roll. 26.
19 plus 7.
It.
Watch, my attack rolls are going to be dog shit.
With a 26, I will not only answer your question, but give you one additional piece of information. So it seems to be vulnerable to cold, and it seems to be immune to necrotic.
Oh no. I need to look up the wording on Hex if I need to spend an action to get that shit off of it. Well, if it's immune, it doesn't matter. It's not healing it. That's fine.
Did you say you were gonna yell
then-
something at me?
I will say this. With a 26, I can't tell you whether or not it would heal. I can only tell you that it's immune.
That's fine. Getting Nadia, getting the good look at it. I would yell out to you. Nadia, keep hitting it with the cold. That's why it doesn't like you. Keep doing what you're doing. And then I will do the thing, Warlock. Come on, do the thing. I will cast my Eldritch Blast.
And I assume you're changing the element to cold.
It's cold. So that's I'm
Elemental Eldritch Blast is so cool.
So that's a 19 for the first beam.
19 meets its AC. So it hits.
What? Meets it, beats it?
Yep, meets it, beats it.
So that's what, 1d, shoot. It didn't, why does it not roll damage?
You have to click on the Eldritch Blast thing. Oh,
there it is. Oh, right here. So that's 10 cold damage for the first beam. And then the second beam is a 26. That's 18 cold damage. Wow. Just two frozen, just shadowy, dark. They're kind of shadowy dark, but more like dark blue shadows. Just go piercing through the tree line at this stupid fucking hag. And about like halfway through, the color just kind of changes and it turns into that cold, where the element takes over and just drills this stupid fucking hag.
Yes. You fire off these attacks, and this hag seems to be of a particularly hardy vitality, as it's taking hits and it's lugging through this combat quite well, but seeing the just raw damage that Nadia was getting off with the cold spells, you decide to try and imbue your attacks with cold, and these two hits take it from looking a little harried to looking like it is about to die, and it is terrified.
Oh, who's up? Luca.
Yep, and
Luca, fuck him up.
Luca. What happens to you now with your copies at the end of your turn?
Well, it was at the beginning of my turn.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm with you.
At the beginning of my, yeah. Now I'm stuck in a tree. Yelling, fuck him up, Luca!
Yeah, Luca, it is your turn.
Looking at Kensu with her dagger sticking out of his shoulder. Looking at Nadia, like, climbing over Kensu to fire bolts of ice at the hag, and looking at another one of the Durod clones manifest as him. Luca grits her teeth and says, "No one invades my mind and gets away with it."
Yes.
And she is in melee with the hag because the hag stuck her with its staff. And the hag is scared, and Lucas starts circling the hag and staying in front of her. Wherever the hag turns, Luca is in her face, getting closer and closer. I have 40 feet of movement to spend scaring the shit out of this hag. Can I spend an inspiration to roll a stealth check without an action?
Absolutely. Fuck yes. Have advantage on that too.
Luca starts sprinting at the hag and dives right for her with both axes raised. And then right before she would impact, she disappears in a cloud of mist that washes over the hag. And there's like a 1.5 pause where just nobody knows where she is. I'll roll stealth just for the sake of having fun. 21. Luca comes directly down from the sky with both axes borne and just starts chopping at the hag's back.
Oh.
And she is screaming at this thing in Elven, saying, "You will not pollute my mind!" So I get an attack with advantage.
This thing's dead.
I have a feeling it's going to be dead if you almost killed it.
Oh.
I'm mostly hamming it up because I think I get to kill it. With advantage, it's only a 13 to hit with the first attack.
Alright, so as you bring your axe down, it has no idea where you are. And it's looking around in a panic, and you land on its back. And as you bring this axe down, your hand trembles for just a moment out of fury because of the way this thing had violated your mind. But that just enough of a shake in your hand caused your edge alignment to just be off enough to where it skipped off of a bone before you then come up with your next strike.
Luca is going to offhand attack the hag.
You have advantage on this attack.
I got a 22.
Hit! Damage?
Rolling, lagging, I think. 9 damage.
How do you want to do this? Woo!
Luca just chops her down. Like, when the first axe bounces off, she's already bringing down the second one, and it just immediately thunks into the hag's shoulder, and Luca's weight drags it down, like, a half a foot towards the ground as Luca puts weight on the axe, and then just keeps chopping with her other hand, and just chops this hag down to the ground, and is brutalizing it with both weapons, just absolutely teeing off long after the hag is dead.
Christ.
Oh my god.
Treating this hag that has been throwing all of the darkness it can muster at your group as a piece of lumber, Luca hacks into it. And because of all of the cold that had accumulated in its body from 2 attacks from Nadia and 2 attacks from Durod, they begin to shatter at the weight of your blows, and the hag is no more. Whew!
Luca kills this thing for an awkwardly long time after it's dead. Like, people have taken a breath, people have collected themselves, and Luca is just heaving breath, still smacking the shit out of the hag corpse.
Man. You all look around after the last of you, Luca, finally collects themselves, standing up from what is essentially a Picasso painting of hag innards and blood. And as Luca begins to catch her breath and everyone begins to look around, three things are very apparent. One, as the almost surreal darkness around you begins to fade, you realize that you were in a effect that was making the entire area darker than the area around you as moonlight begins to flood back in. Two, that this attack was vicious and fast, which are two things that only happen in conjunction when an attack is planned and well organized. And three, finally, Thane is still missing.
Sorry.
Do I need to roll to shimmy down this tree?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What is that? Athletics or acrobatics?
We'll say acrobatics if you're jumping off, athletics if you're shimmying down.
So like the Rod's armor of Agathis like falls, and then the whole battle rush wears off, and then when he's like spilling blood down his suit because he's at 1 health, he's gonna hold on real tight to this tree and bend his last charge and poof away, and all three of him are just gonna beeline straight down, and he's just gonna hit the ground next to everyone and just lay down and just fucking lay there like an absolute drama queen. It's just I have no words right now. I just have no words. Just Kensu, is everyone alive?
Everyone I can see. Thane's not here.
Okay. Nadia, Luca. I need a
There's
minute.
Thane. I'll track him. You all rest. Breathe.
Nadia is staring straight ahead and does not appear to hear anything.
Since we're out of combat,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to cast Cure Wounds on the three of us that are still here, since Luca's looking for.
Okay.
So, I mean, I would use all my spell. I didn't use any spell
Yeah.
slots, so I just want to use it all to give us some hit points. So,
Nice.
Oh,
Go ahead.
shoot.
Go ahead and just roll once. Or sorry, roll 2. Take the higher of the 2 and just apply it to 3 people. Just keep it nice and simple.
let me put it in. Do I do the gear to do it, or did I already do it?
My bad. I didn't mean to send that.
Oh,
No, you click on if it's in your hold on, let me look
oh,
at your
there it
sheet.
is. I see it.
Okay. I was gonna say if you need I can open up your character sheet real quick. Yeah, you just Is it?
Hmm.
Hold on. Let me see if it's programmed. It is not. So that is. Let's put it as attack. Damage type is 1d8 plus. Or no, I don't need to add
My
that.
wisdom model, right?
Right. Yeah. So then we'll change the damage type to healing. Add ability mod to damage or healing. Yes. And then done. Then we go back over here to core, and it should be right there. You can now click on it, and it should roll.
Okay. Wow, nice.
Fancy.
There we go. 7 HP.
Seven HP to all three of the you that are not Luca. Luca, why don't you hit me up with a survival check to try and find Thane?
One, two, three.
Ooh, excellent. With a 23, you immediately find bits of fungus that had fallen off, and you immediately are able to start tracking. And it takes you a little bit a ways from camp, maybe about 120 feet or so. And then there is a best I can describe is imagine like a clearing where there is no vegetation or life of any kind. It's just dead dirt. In about a 5-foot radius circle on the ground with strange markings carved into it. And you see the legs of 7 of those strange skeletal childlike creatures. All or not all legs, but 7 corpses that are all only half of the corpse, stopping right at the edge of this circle. And this is where the trail ends. But you can feel this aura coming from this clearing that feels similar to how Thane feels.
Luca would just offhand with her left hand just swipe an axe at the nearest tree, and mark it,
Okay.
and head back to
Marking,
gather
right?
the others and show them. Yeah, marking her way.
Perfect. No check needed for that. You're able to do that, no problem. Perfect. So you return back, and at this point, Kensu has finished healing everyone.
I found an area of dark magic. The kind of dark magic that Thane uses. Are we going to discuss that? That he uses dark magic?
Um,
Not all dark magic is bad, but most is, from my understanding.
well, I would assume that, as you said, not all is bad. Mine's not bad.
He seems
He's different.
strange,
Yeah.
but he's done nothing against me yet, and that's more than I can say for myself.
So you found where they've taken him?
Dark magic. I don't know if it's where they're taking him, but the trail ends in a circle of death.
That's fantastic. The circle of death.
At this point, I'm going to need a perception check from everyone.
Oh, dear God.
How's our cart guy doing?
Yeah, where's he? That boy is dead.
Or was he an illusion by a hag?
Oh, he was in on it. He was the hag.
That
Oh, he
means
was the hag, Nadia.
That's not what Nadia's upset about. That is so
No,
low
it's
on.
not. It's not.
Even if it was,
I'm
Nadia's had sex with stranger creatures.
Also true.
real quick, Nadia. What was your relationship with DeWallen? Like good friends?
He referred to me in his letter as his protege.
That's right. Okay. Before. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, let me get to
What
the
do you got
perception
for
checks
us,
real quick.
Zeke?
Jesus.
So
20
for Nadia, you don't notice anything of what I'm about to say. Kensu
Nadia's
and
still full catatonic.
oh, I bet. Kensu and Durad, you're going to notice one of the two things that I'm about to say, and Luca, you're going to notice both. For the first thing that all three of you notice is that there is a brief sinking feeling. You know that feeling when you're on an elevator and it skips for a second and all your weight comes out from underneath you? And you're just kind of like hover there in place for just a split second, like a slinky. And you all kind of feel that. And sorry, the three of you feel that kind of sinking feeling. And Luca, you are going to see something in addition to this feeling that you get in your gut. You are going to notice that where the corpse of the hag is, a very faint, very dull golden light flies out of one of the bones and then into the dirt and then disappears.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
And so a little golden light that is very dull and very like diluted, for lack of a better word, flies out of one of the cracked bones in the heaping mess that Luca made, and it then goes straight into the ground after it exits the bones. And it exiting the bone is lined up perfectly in sync with the sinking feeling that the three of you felt.
Only Lucas sees that.
Only Lucas sees it, but all three of you feel something.
Feel
and
the
at the
sinking.
moment, Nadia is a little distracted.
So Zeke, we've had a pretty hilarious ongoing run of Luca rolling really well on intelligence checks, or at least like
This
not
is
bad.
true. This is true.
What intelligence-based skill do you think is most applicable to what has just happened that Luca alone has seen?
It is not. At least I don't think it is. Hold on. What skill check? What ability score is religion? Is that intelligence?
That is intelligence.
Okay.
Is
This
intelligence.
religion would be the preferred role for you, Luca.
Now, before I roll this religion roll, I want to let everybody know Luca's not from around here. She has no conceptualization of your gods. And I rolled a 17.
No! What is this? The legend
And that was
continues.
originally a 19. Holy crap.
The legend continues.
Flash of insight.
This horribly, not stupid, because Luca's anything but stupid, but just uneducated, just amazing woman just has this flash of inspiration yet again. I will say this.
Oh, you're shot.
I will say this. And I apologize. I'm going to keep it as spoiler-free as possible, but I may need to say some things in relation to your backstory to give you your answer. Okay? But I'll keep it
I have
as
faith
much as
in you.
possible. Okay.
Wait,
You can
why
handle
don't I
it.
just do this?
You're fine, you're fine. So the pantheonic deities you have no understanding of from here. They're different where you're from. But the prime deities, those are the same everywhere. And what you get with this 17 is. I gotta make sure I get the name right. One moment. Come on. Pantheon list. Thank you. Is Theramel. You feel the power of Theramel.
Hmm.
Can you spell that?
Theramel.
I mean, cool. Thank you.
Very welcome.
That's the second prime deity this party has encountered.
Which is the first?
Well, at a game, no.
Okay.
I don't think we've encountered Theramel, but I think
You've
we've
not.
seen an exercise of effort by him.
Right.
Yes.
Makes sense.
So Luca is going to decline her head and utter a brief prayer to a prime deity that she probably has the best understanding of, because Theramel is the god of much of her world with organic matter.
Mm-hmm.
Probably would have a prominent place within her society.
You
So
would be
Luca
good.
would utter a brief prayer, speaking loud enough and speaking in what she calls the old tongue. And when you say organic matter for Theramel, can you clarify your meaning on that,
Sure.
Zeke?
It is anything that requires sustenance to live. So, like, rocks don't fall under Theramel, but trees do. Bugs, all living and breathing creatures, all plants and nature, all flora, all fauna. The life force of the world itself would fall under Theramel.
Luca would whisper in the old tongue, the god of life.
I understand the old tongue.
It's common.
Yep, everybody
Then
is.
she'd speak in Elvish and say, "We've just freed life energy from this horrid thing. We've done something worth the effort, and it has been noticed." If it's angry, we should leave. I look for
Feeling
the
in the
cart.
ground.
You find the cart, and I believe one of you had mentioned they wanted to look out the driver of said cart, see what's going on with them.
I think Jerome brought it.
Who was that?
Yeah, the
Durand?
driver of the cart. Like as I'm sitting up, yeah, I kind of start looking for the cart and see where that's at. Is he around?
He's still in his bedroll. You look over, and at first you're not sure if it's a trick of the light, or lack thereof, rather, because it's so dark here.
I'll cantrip. I'll light cantrip anything I need to touch to make this shit light the fuck up because I don't want any shadows right now.
You light up the scene, and in the bedroll is, I believe his last name is McBride, but I can't remember what his first name was. I believe it was Dorian.
Damien?
Dorian.
I think it was Damien.
Dorian.
No, it's Darius.
Darian.
Right.
Somebody light
Like
this.
Darius Rucker. I made that joke.
Darius. Yeah.
Darius McBride.
Well, joke is a strong word, but yes.
I know. I was.
Yeah, good one, Greg.
So you illuminate Darius McBride in his bedroll, and he is still in it, in the same position of being asleep, only his body has been turned inside out, and he is dead.
Oh shit.
To the party. We gotta go. We need to leave. He's inside out. Don't nobody look in there. That's bad. Nadia, are you okay? We need to leave. Luca.
Yes, we should leave.
We should leave. Everyone, let's get. Kensu, we need to go.
I've had to
is-
investigate a scene like this before. Can I go and see if there's any details that, are new, that don't fit the,
Bill, that's fair. You've already done this.
I will say this. Not only can you, because you've investigated them before, you'll have advantage, and that's not all. Because you found Darius McBride's notes, who has been feverishly, almost zealously, I don't even know if that's a word, but zealously, thank you, and zealously searching all information that they could on their family's deaths, and you've already looked at this, I will also lower the DC. So
all right.
hit me with that advantage roll.
Okay, advantage. Click. It's investigation, right?
Yes, investigation. Sorry, I should have said.
No, it's okay. 18.
That's nice.
Okay. With an 18, you notice some similarities and differences in this scene.
Okay.
Similarities. The MO is the same. Body turned inside out. Differences. On all of the previous cases, the body was also changed in some way. Like a leg was coming out of the wrong place, or, there was an extra set of eyes somewhere, or there was always some difference, change to the body, like being molded like a flesh golem almost, but also being inside out. Here, there are no differences. It is a perfectly in shape person with no mutilation, just inside out. There's not even a pool of blood.
Like organs laying on the backside of the abdomen and like all that shit.
Yep, and staying in place.
Oh.
So whoever is doing this has
better.
has made it better or perfected it in some way.
That is exactly what you think. Yes.
So Rod's trying to help Nadia up and get her to like snap too.
Ooh. Nadia, why don't you roll me a wisdom saving throw with advantage because Dorad is trying to get you at attention, kind of to break that shell shock that.
Oh, that's a
Bro, I got a
4.
+8. I got a +8
4.
persuasion, man.
It's a 4.
Is that with advantage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
All right.
no!
Nadia's not doing so good.
I'm going to cast when I'm trying to get her and she's not coming. I'm going to cast Silent Image in Dwalin Pearl Blood right there next to me.
Pearl Beard.
Pearl
She's
Beard.
moving. If you're trying to move her, she's
Oh,
moving, but she's kind of just
okay.
staring ahead and stumbling and not really responding.
Okay.
But she is moving with you.
Okay, that's fine. I just thought you weren't moving. I'm trying to get you to like. Okay, then
Right.
never mind. I won't burn a spell
think-
slot.
There are tears streaming down her face, and they are freezing on her cheeks.
Oh gosh.
Uh,
Greg.
Two things. Using Darius's notes, if there's extra pages, I'm going to write down everything that's happened to him, and I'm going to take the notebook with me to kind of continue his,
Good.
what have you.
I'm glad that, because I was going to pay very close attention if anyone took the notes or not. I'm glad you grabbed them.
And two, as far as the rest of us are concerned, the last time, and this is more out of game, but the last time we saw Darius, he was with Nadia, right? And
I was
now
the
he's
last person to see him alive.
Yeah.
correct.
I
Okay. I'm also
left
making a
him to
mental note
sleep
of that
after.
just in case.
I left him to sleep after our activities, and then went to go sit with Gerard.
I'm not going to bring that up right now because of the trauma she's going through, but
I will add in one little tidbit for you, because you rolled so well on your investigation. I did already mention it, but I'm gonna go ahead and just give you an extra little tidbit to go with it. I mentioned that still in that shape of being asleep, right?
mm-hmm.
You are able to piece together that means this happened before Gerard called out to wake everyone up. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in the sleeping position.
shit.
Otherwise, that
makes
could have been one of us.
Nadia and Gerard were talking for maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah. That means literally in that 3 minutes between...
Nadia did it. Nadia did it.
Also, if whoever this is targeting people that know about it.
Yes. We all know about it.
Yeah.
We've now made ourselves target because we survived.
Out of character, I know Nadia didn't do it. In character, this has happened to the man she just slept with and in the town that she was just living in. That's fun.
Yeah.
Well, you're not all the way up to your town that you were living in yet. You guys are still mid transit.
But this also, people were getting, as Missy Elliott would say, flip it and reverse it. Sorry. My name didn't reverse it. Yeah, this is happening in places and people that are seem to be related to Nadia. I know she didn't do it. This is definitely weird though.
Where are we running away? Where away are we running?
What are you doing? No one's running yet. You're just
I defer.
around
I defer to Luca in matters of navigating not my city.
Well, I will say this before you guys do any rolls or anything, just to paint the scene of what you look around you. Both carts are still here. The mule and all of the horses are not.
So that's
What about my camel? My camel's gone.
Your camel is gone.
You have a
And-
camel?
Not the
That's right, you have a camel.
That's
Ah.
right. I do have a
Dude.
camel.
My books.
Can my 24 investigation from earlier reveal any tracks of animals? Or do you want me to roll survival?
I think
I think that roll was survival, wasn't it?
No, it's a perception roll that I rolled a
Oh,
24 on.
24, yeah.
I rolled a
then-
23 survival. That's actually correct.
okay. So your survival roll was a 23.
Originally, I can re-roll if since I'm looking for something new now. If you want,
I would say yes. It would be preferable to roll again. If anyone
15.
else has, I was gonna say if anyone else has proficiency in survival, they can provide the help action.
I do.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so do I. We're all helpful. We're all just a bunch of helpy people.
Not me.
Well, I don't know if I can because I'm still in the cart. So maybe Durat should help.
That is
Yeah,
fine.
I have it, yeah.
So roll one more time for me, see if you can get higher than a 15.
16.
16. All right, with
360 no scope.
with a 16, luckily you don't see, animal blood over shadowy areas. You see very clear footprints of animals that felt a giant fucking nope and went the opposite direction. And you can account for all of your missing animals going in the same direction. And you can track that if you want to follow. I don't know if you want to go as a group or by yourself. You don't know how far they are.
I can get them, or we can go together. But Nadia
Together?
needs time.
We need to be somewhere safe before we have time.
Then you should follow. It'll be faster that way.
So the horse that was hooked up to the cart is gone because it was nighttime, and probably was with all the other horses.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What did you guys tie them up to? Like a branch, I assume.
Tree,
Probably
yeah, tree or
tree.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They seem to have been spooked enough that the branch is not there either, or any of the ropes. So it's probably all still attached.
Yeah. Then we move to find them.
All right, Nadia,
So-
are you following with the group at pace, or are you walking? How is Nadia taking
I
it
will-
at the moment?
Like, I will physically help Nadia move until she's coming to. Like, I will, put her arm over me to get her to move. She's taller than me, but I will get her to move. I mean, if I
You
can.
just
It'll
grab
be
her
slow.
wrist and pull her along. She'll walk.
Okay.
She isn't doing any walking on her own, but if someone is pulling her, she will.
Okay.
Okay.
You follow the tracks. At times, the tracks get lost here and there. To those of you who are looking for just regular footprints, but having spent quite a few years learning how to do exactly this, Luca is able to look for the more subtle notes in the tracks and continues to find them, or continues to follow them until you come across a clearing where there's a watering hole and all of your animals, camel included, and the mule are all drinking from water and have left a big swath of grass that's now all fucked up from them trampling about in fear. But they seem to have calmed down by the time you get here.
We go back to the carts. What do we
Well,
Yeah,
we could.
Luca's moving fast. Luke has a 40-foot move speed and is hustling.
we're gonna be quick here and we gotta get Nadia out of this.
We can ride on the cart when we've got them placed.
All right.
We're
Okay.
gonna have to.
Can I get someone to roll an animal handling check to gather all the animals, and if someone else has proficiency, they can provide the help action. And then, of course, if anyone knows the guidance spell, they can do that too.
not me. While they're doing that, can I summon Cabbage
Ooh, yeah, you can summon Cabbage.
and then cast message to Nadia and like give her hold out Cabbage to her and just say, "This is Cabbage. He needs your help."
I'll take him.
To get right to
Nice.
just trying to get you to focus out of something else right now.
You now have a very fluffy cat. That
Tressum.
Tressum, winged cat that is filled with fey energy and lots of magic.
Okay,
He
yeah,
just
this is
wants
very
love.
comforting to Nadia.
He just wants love, and he'll give it to you. He needs help. And then, yeah, handling survival.
I love how Durad just I cast emotional support animal.
I cast emotional support animal.
I am not proficient in handle animal, and I rolled a poopy 8.
Oof.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't have proficiency either. If I had a spell slot, I would talk to my camel, but I don't. So
With an 8, you still manage to get all of the animals together. That's not really a problem. It's more how long it takes. You're trying to get quickly, but they're making it a slog to go through. They're being extremely stubborn. And by the time you get them all back to the cart and hooked up, a half an hour has passed. Which, for some of you, might seem like way longer than you wanted it to still be in the same
Yes.
spot. Greg.
Does the area look changed? Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
no, I didn't really do anything. Can I say that I stayed behind to dispose of Darius's body so that it's not trauma for Nadia when she gets back? Assuming it would be.
That is amazing of you, and yes, you absolutely can.
Grabbing the cards.
Very sweet.
Are you just moving it, or are you giving it like a quick burial?
I'll give it a quick burial.
Okay.
If I were a paladin, I would maybe try to destroy it so it doesn't become a zombie, but I'm not. So,
you know you don't have all night to like dig like a nice deep hole the proper way, but you throw together something shallow and toss it in the half an hour that they're gone, and off a little ways from the camp, so that way there's no issues with freaking out Nadia a second time.
I will also bury him with some of like a sample of his spices, just to
Aw.
so he can take his spices with him to the afterlife.
Oh,
Or
my freaking heart. Oh, right.
Or if he was a bad person, he can bribe the devil with him. I don't know. It all depends.
Devil makes 3.
Excellent. So you are now hooked up. Do you head back on the main road and just carry on? And if so, how long? None of you have gotten a long rest yet. Several of you, if not, I'm pretty sure all of you, are pretty injured.
I expended significant resources trying to make the party smaller.
I am.
I'm still at 10 HP. I'm at a third of my health.
We do need a long rest.
We need it. We need to be like, what's a safe distance? Like if we're off the main road and we drive those horses as hard as shit for 40 minutes just to skit and then park it, how do we feel about that?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Like
we simultaneously need to get out of the way and need to rest, and that sounds as best the order of operations to get both those things done as I have.
Excellent.
There's nothing that can make these horses go faster.
You guys push. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think while we're moving, Nadia sticks pretty close to Durad.
Durad will just be there. Unless you say anything, Durad's not really going to acknowledge anything. He will focus more of his attention to your attention on Tressum or on Cabbage, and just kind of be there until you're ready.
I think after about 10 minutes of 10 or 15 minutes of travel, Nadia kind of clears her throat and goes, "You're still going to Seema?"
Yes, yeah, we're still going to SEMA. Right, Kenshu?
Yes.
I always wanted to go to Seema. That's where my mother's from.
It'll be wonderful when we get there. We're gonna have to take a rest though. How are you feeling?
All right.
How's Cabin? Is
Insight.
he treating you okay?
Hints.
Insight? You're gonna insight that? That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious she's not, but
She's not. Yeah, I know she's
You
not.
don't need an
But
insight for
like,
that.
yeah, insight is my
yeah.
favorite role. So,
Oh my gosh! And you have advantage. There you
oh
go.
no, no,
We
no,
know.
no. I forgot to click that off. Sorry.
Well, it's still your first roll.
All right.
She's still just kind of
Yeah,
blue
we
screening.
know.
Yeah.
Blue screening. Yeah, that's fine.
You've
We're
seen her in
here.
other fights. She is usually like laughing, and this is usually a game to her. She has just realized that this is not a game.
Not a game. I mean, I can make you laugh. Forcibly make you laugh, but that's not going to help the situation.
No, I think
No.
she just keeps petting the cat.
Gerard,
Perfect.
not Gerard, Dungeon Master.
Yes.
Luca has hooked up our inside out friend's wagon to the back of ours
Excellent.
and is not pushing the animals that fast because we're kind of in an awkward position, but is keeping them moving at a steady pace. And I got a 17 handle animal for that.
Oh, beautiful. You're able to get them right on track, and you get them in a rhythm as these animals can easily forget about the spook that just happened earlier as they're just focused on the rhythm of moving in tandem. And your overall movement speed, just as a future reference for travels, is going to be lower while carrying the second cart, but not by very much. It might add an extra day or two to your total travel. But you have enough horses that it's not going to, like, cut your time in half or sorry, double your time or anything like that. Greg?
Are we heading in the direction that Durad's trail disappear, or did we just bail
Thing,
on? I'm sorry,
things.
not Durad, Thane. Yeah.
I assume you guys just dipped because the trail wasn't leading anywhere. It led to like this like pattern burned into the ground, and there was just that was it.
Okay. Okay.
And you travel for a while before pulling over. It's now like 4 in the morning, and you're all absolutely exhausted and injured and altogether worse for wear as you finish tying up the carts and the horses and setting up camp, which seems to take 2 or 3 times as long as it did before, while simultaneously also just being over and as in an instant as you kind of trance out, but also are you setting up tents that are have a stray claw mark through it or evidence that battle had happened around them, and you settle in for a night's rest with no watch order, as none of you are going to get a long rest otherwise. And that is where we will leave it for today. Whew! So, everyone have fun today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Savage. You're an absolute savage.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh boy.
The only enemy that got any damage on me was Luca. That was it.
That's the chunky boy.
And Luca got me down to 1 hit point.
One?
Luca is made to do 3 things: teleport, throw weapons, and chew bubblegum.
She's
And
He's
I
awesome.
all out of
haven't had
bubblegum.
any bubblegum since I've been on this godforsaken world.
Yes. Yes.
Amazing. Thank you all for watching. We all apologize for having the 1 week out, as well as the unfortunate not being able to have Jordan with us today. But luckily, I found a very devious and fun way to tie that in. We will be dropping a recording of today's episode on YouTube. Sometime probably tonight or at least before the end of this weekend. I'll get it done as soon as I can. And we'll meet next Thursday again at same time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, thank you all for being such amazing players and helping me make a amazing story. Your incredible characters and their backstories and their personalities are adding so much life to this world that I was so excited to share with everyone. And thank you all for watching. And with that, good night, everyone.
Night.